Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How's everyone doing? Hey, Andrew. I don't know if Ron, he was here earlier. Anyway, I started early because I'm sitting here and I'm bored. But I'm not really bored, but I've got a bunch of stuff to do outside. The only thing that really needs to be done, I don't know if you guys saw that, it wasn't the greatest video in the world. I wasn't planning on doing a video, and I was out there and had my phone because I gave my GoPro and microphone and all that to my wife. NT's been running promotional um, videos on Facebook, so they've been using it, and so I just had my camera there on my phone. That's why if you if you see the thing, I tried to do the editing on my phone and everything because I'm not the. Hey Logan, how you doing, Jamie? Um, you know, to get. I can't get the shit off the phone. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong. It should be easy as, plugging the thing into my computer and boom, but anyway. So I did all of it because the program that I use for editing, they also have it. It also comes with a program for the phone. So anyway, so I screwed it up and I didn't want to fix it. So. But the only thing that really needs to be done on the inside of the garage, and they're going to come today, is scrape the floors, clean it, vacuum it, and coat the floor with the 3-in-1 epoxy type. It's a water-based epoxy, I think. Hey, Walt, and then I can start putting all the stuff together. The outside, I kind of had a problem, man. I got a big chunk. It was screwed up because they poured in front of the garage, and then they poured. Then they were coming back with a truck, and it rained, and it didn't really affect the concrete, but the truck wasn't going to come in and do it, so they went up the concrete. They poured the other section up. I'll show you. And anyway, it's going to be a little weak in some spots up where they're coming together because it is just they were waiting for a truck to come back. They never came back. Well, they couldn't get to pour the concrete, so they're going to do it by hand. He said. So let me see here. You can see it. This section right here. It's about. It's going to be quite a bit, man. I mean, maybe they could do it today. I don't know. We'll see that. And then if you look on the very front, what am I at? The very front. There's my father-in-law. Here, you can see that's my wife's car there. The little section between where they actually ran out of concrete on one of the trucks to the where the road's going to be. So not really that big of a deal. It's not like it's going to get, it's going to have my trailer and it'll have the truck on it, but I don't think it's really going to affect the integrity of the concrete. Maybe if I was rolling over every day with trash trucks or heavy trucks or something, then I'd probably be more concerned than I'm really concerned now. So, but otherwise, on the where am I at? Let me come over here again. I'm happy, except for that. I'm not really happy with that, but with the garage, like I said, I think I'm going to put the white cement, 4-inch wide by 1-inch thick, like 1x4, but in concrete around the window and around the door. I don't think I'm going to even bother doing it down the side. I don't see any reason for it. Just to make it look a little bit nicer. I did find out, I don't. Sometimes the cousin amazes me. Um, I went in there the other day. It rained. Now I knew that I was going to get some rain off this back here, and I'm probably going to put a gutter on where the cover for where the trailer is going to be. But the freaking garage door is fine. But you can almost see it in this picture. The man door, water was inside. I mean, like an inch of water, half an inch of water, all the way on that side of the garage, all the way back. So I told him either, if you think you can raise it up enough, it only has to come up a little bit. But I thought, I mean, come on, who doesn't know the slope away from? Anyway, I don't want to get into it because I'll lose it. But worst case scenario, I'll have him put a steel grate there in front of the door and a 4-inch pipe underneath the concrete, and only has to go over, what is that, a foot and a half, 2 feet from the door to the edge of the property, looking at the picture to the left, and then just cover it, with concrete. So he's going to have to jackhammer some stuff out. Otherwise, like I said, I'm really, really happy with the with the um, with the solar system. Way better than here. Still having a little bit of problems here. He's got to get back here. I had to have the battery that the guy screwed me on a long time ago. One battery's great. The other battery he sold me was actually lied to me. It was supposed to be 200 amp hours. The guy that repaired it twice now is it's only 180 amp hours. So anyway, but once I get that dialed in, I think these panels or something. I mean, that system kicks ass. I mean, I was over there. I left this air conditioner on in the man cave. The pond was running all night. I left it on. The battery when I went in the morning was at 61%. The sun popped up. I'm gonna do real tests on it, but almost 2,800 watts, and that includes. It only shows me on the program that I have. I've got to find out about the Wi-Fi for the controller itself. But it that included the air conditioner running in here, the pond running, the air conditioner running in the garage, and everything. And I was still pulling and charging the batteries with almost 3,000 watts. So, and that was at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it went from 61% to 100% charged in like an hour and a half. So it just kicks ass. So I might have to reevaluate where he put the panels on the house, because I took a picture of the stuff, and the same time these panels over here, because they don't really get any sun until 10 o'clock or so, we're only 800 watts. So something's wrong. So I'm gonna try to, because it just hasn't been right from the very beginning. I haven't been happy. Have I saved a bunch of money? Yeah, sure I have. But have I saved what I thought I was going to save and what I should be saving? No. If it's sun, I mean, it was overcast that morning too, and the sun's popped out pretty good today. So we'll see. That's why I started a little bit early. If he shows up, I want to go over that where tell him to fix that frickin', where he couldn't figure out the grade or whatever. I'm going to lose my mind. But anyway, otherwise, like I said, I'm happy with it. He's done a good job. He's not, by any means a contractor or anything. So I could be happy. And the difference between having somebody coming in and doing that concrete would have been probably close to 100,000 baht. And with him doing it, it's probably going to be about 55,000. So half. And I got prices and stuff. I'm really close on finishing up the deal. They put in the air conditioner. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see the video, that one that I took with the phone. It's not the greatest video in the world. The only good thing about it is it's only 6 minutes long or something. So, the 2-ton Brought it from like 32 degrees to like 25 in, I don't know, maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and more than comfortable. So I'm happy with the way that worked out. And that was a 2 ton. And I got a really good price on that. The guy that sold me the air conditioner sold it to me, I think, for 13,000, which was brand new in the box. And with the line set with 4 meters, I think, of copper. And it he told me when he sold it, really a good guy. And he told me, he said, if you have somebody put in, it shouldn't be more than 2,500 baht. And he charged me 3,000. But he's the guy I use on everything, and he's really meticulous, and he does a great job. So I figured for $15, what's the, what's the big deal? But he did a great job, and it works. It works good. So we'll see how this TLC or whatever it is, TCL. He said they're great. They're good. There's no problem with them. It's got a copper coil in it. It's got everything that I could see that would make it, last. And we'll see how it works because they're very reasonable compared to Mitsubishi and the other high dollar ones. But it's like 17 SEER, 17.6 or something, which is acceptable. Would have been nice if it was like 25 or 28 or 30. Yeah, but they're way out there. And like I said, with this system and those panels, and I think it has a lot to do with the panels. I paid a lot of money for those panels. They were huge. You saw them putting them up on the roof. They were 750 watts, and they're still got a little remnants of this COVID or whatever it was. But really happy with the solar, if you couldn't tell, and with the inside. If like I said, if you get a chance, you can see the inside of it. Hopefully, um, his wife will come today with their son, and those two can scrape and clean the floor and get at least half of the floor done today. And then tomorrow, I'll probably have Sim help me. We'll start moving all the stuff, the desks, all the workstation, the air compressor, all the stuff in there, and they can do the other side. And hopefully, within a couple of days, it'll be set up and done. They still got to put the lights in. The solar man does, and then I think he's pretty much done with all the electrical. Yeah, but they got really good SEER ratings, Andrew, and 17 point whatever it was, 5 or something like that is not a slouch. It's very acceptable compared to some of the older stuff. But yeah, all of them have SEER ratings, and some of them they're all inverters and stuff. And like I said, luckily, because I know Kenny's going through brownouts and all this kind of stuff. If this stuff wasn't inverters, uh, they'd be burning out left and right, especially like in the house in Ubon. And Kenny's kind of getting that. He all of a sudden you know, his power will drop down to pretty much nothing, and regular appliances, your refrigerators, air conditioners, computers, all that sensitive stuff. They don't like that low voltage brownout crap. So luckily they're all that way. But this one seems like a good one. Like I said, you look around, man. For a 24 for a 2 ton unit for 13, yeah, it was 13,000, and then he charged me 500 to get it here to Surin, and it was delivered right to the house, which was cool. I didn't have to go. I bought the ones that I bought for here, or yeah, for here. I think I had to actually go to the train station and buy, yeah, and pick them up. Hey James, how you doing? Glad you can make it. So hopefully, and I say this every time, it's not going to be a real long, drawn out live stream. I want to keep an eye on the place over there, see when the one guy that he's got actually working for him doesn't drink, I don't think, and he's got a truck, and he's been driving them all of them there. And when he's in the crew, they're here at 8 o'clock. So we'll see if they get here. So, because that's what I want to get done. I want to get into him. If you want to finish and do the one before, taking care of that low spot in front of the door, that's fine. But that's going to be a hell of a lot of work doing that. It's not like it's a little bit of concrete. It was the last 6Q was 11,700 baht. So 6Q, it's gonna, I don't know, let him do it. And what I told my wife, I'm not gonna, it's his deal. He could afford that. They waited. We had like 3 days. I don't know if Andrew, he's here too, but we had like almost 4 days of pretty much no rain. And I walked out there and I said, man, this looks good. So he didn't even come over. Hey, Tommy, he didn't even come over and even check it. And then it rained. So now, so that's what it must be in his mind. But like I told my wife, if he can get it and we buy bags of concrete and cubes of rock and sand, and that material is 8,000, then I'll give him the money between the 8,000 and the 11,700. But I'm not going to pay him more for something he should have got done. But well, I say that, but I'll help him out the best I can. He's been trying, and like I said, a couple of the comments in there. I know Jr. and Kenny said Jr.'s in the Philippines, and he said, Dave, that the garage you built is better than 90% of the houses here in the Philippines. And Kenny basically said the same thing. It's decent. It's going to be perfect. I don't know how much time I'll spend there and how much I'll get into it, but I'm hoping it's going to get me motivated into building uh, the trailer that I want to pull behind the Forza, with the tent tent on top and the air conditioner and solar and all that. It would be nice. I'd like to build that. And like I said before, it's not going to go to waste if I can't pull it. I mean, I'm going to run out and buy a 750 or something. Or no, probably not. If I can't get it to pull that way, the kids will have an absolute blast. I put a trailer hitch on that little Suzuki, which will pull it no problem, and that they like to camp. They'll have a great time with that over the years. So, and the budget on that, like I said, I'm trying to keep it at 100,000. So we'll see. Hey, Craig, how you doing? So you can park on it. Yeah, exactly. And you can see my wife. She parked on it. I parked the truck on it. Um, you know it. It it's gonna he'll get it done and it'll be fine. Like I said, there's gonna be a couple of thin spots in the concrete. We'll see how they hold up. Like I said, it's not something that's gonna get driven on every day. I'm gonna back the trailer in and my truck. Well, my daughter's been driving the truck way more than me, damn near every day. But once I park it in there, me personally, I might take it out once a week. Maybe not even. Probably most of the time to pull the trailer. And I want to go to here in Surin, that little place, and spend a couple of days. I've been kind of jonesing to just relax, sit out there, maybe take the kayak. I don't even know if I'll take the kayak. Just go there and relax for 2-3 days in the middle of the week, and it's only 20 minutes from here, 15 minutes. So I'll take the 125 if I want to, and I can drive home and spend the night here. I'll leave it there for a week or something, and maybe I will take the kayak. We'll see. There's a couple little things that I want to do to the kayak, and I still haven't really taken it out and fished with it. So once I get there, I'm going to buy plastic boxes. I bought stainless steel racks, regular shelving, and put everything that goes on the kayak will go there. The kayak's hanging from the ceiling. Everything for fishing will go there. Everything that for all the stuff out of here, all this crap behind me, can actually find a place on the shelf marked and everything, so I'll know where it is. And this is driving me crazy. I've had enough. That's what I was hoping. And for the longest time, the air conditioner was right over there in front of the couch. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But my hopes are he shows up today. His wife and the kid get half the floor painted. so that tomorrow they can paint the other half and I can start putting together furniture. The desk is real. You'll see it all. I showed you the little workstations or whatever they are there. Two of those. The rolling cart like this there. Where am I at? Right there. Got another one of those. That one I just got all tools just packed on, getting ready to move it. And you got the 50-liter, I think 3 horsepower rated or 5 horsepower rated air compressor. I've got the rolling hose that I've got to mount up, spray washer, all the tools. I've got a chair that I got to put together. I got my stool, the stool that for fat people. Thing's awesome. We'll see how long it lasts, but I can tell by the way it's built, it'll take what they say 160 kilo or something. So then I definitely don't weigh 160 kilo. But yeah, so that's what I'm hoping for. That I would have to say probably get a finished video with all the pricing. I might even do a live stream deal of the build pricing wise. But get the last video out, which will show it with the lighting, with all the furniture there, with all the tools there, with everything there, and then I want to have the welder. So it'll be nice. I'm hoping. Hey, Ron, what's up, brother? Hope you're well. Oh, seems like everybody's coming around now. At the time I was supposed to be on, right? Yeah, 8:02. I figured. But so I'm hoping by the middle of maybe next week, because I'm leaving on Thursday. I've got my wife's got a seminar in Ubon, so it's Thursday I think, and Friday, Thursday or Friday. Well, anyway, we're staying Thursday night and Friday night at the Centra, which is a nice hotel. I don't know if anybody stayed in them. Great hotel, comfortable rooms, big rooms, great breakfast. Very very nice hotel. And it's brand new. The one we've stayed there. I think it's only like maybe it's 2 years old. Maybe not even. Um, but it it'll be nice. That's Thursday, so I'm hoping that I can get everything done, get a video up, get it edited, and get it out before I leave. Would be nice. And then what we're going to do is say Thursday and Friday, Saturday morning we'll get up and go to the Ubon house. We'll spend one day there. My mother-in-law is going to go with us. She's going to take a bus or something from the bus station in Ubon to the house, and then she'll come home with us on Sunday. So we're just spending one night at Ubon. But I'm kind of curious. I'm going to bring up some. I think I'm going to try to bring up a bag of really actually good koi food, and tell them to throw them, 2 or 3. I'll get a scoop, feed them this much. I want to fatten them up and see what they actually look like. I'm really impressed with the white color on the koi. It's vibrant. Looks in person. The video I did doesn't give it justice, but if you look at it, you can tell that the coloration looks good. Isn't greatest patterns and stuff? No, not by any means. But the way that they look good. So it'll be a nice 4 or 5 days, and then when I get back from that, when everything's done, then I'll hook up the trailer, take the trailer over to the Surin deal, and decide if I take the kayak or not. Depends on weather, I think. But it'll be fun. It'll be a good time. I'll probably do a little bit of videoing, but mainly just to relax and let my brain calm down a little bit. Now, I was sick when I was supposed to go to the doctor and get that day before yesterday, and I was coughing still. I still had the remnants of whatever it was. I don't know whether it was COVID or cold or the flu, which I think is all COVID is now, is the flu. And I didn't want to go to the hospital and sit there all day. And they were going to put on that 48-hour deal that checked my heart rate. So I got to reschedule that. I'm just going to wait until I go back to the doctor and have him reschedule it for me. Otherwise, I haven't had any problems or anything, feeling like I did. So he cut back my, he said my Fluorescimide was maybe too much. I was a little on the dehydrated side. So he changed that and cut that back. And I've been eating better. So I don't know. I feel okay. We'll see. What didn't he get yelled at Ron for? What did he say? I missed something, Ralph. How you doing? Hope you're well. Let's see. What happened? What did he say? What did I miss? I hate to miss anything. Is Logan, you still here? Is the sound all right on this thing? I got to get this 32-inch monitor, which I like so for this Acer, the same as this other computer over here. I really like it, but I got to move the arm because the arm hits the side of hit the thing so wide it hits the side of the monitor. But I think it sounds okay. Hey Brock, how you doing? Hope you're well. Everything all good? Okay, cool. Now, are you back home for a while, or are you still they still running you all over California and the world? Sounds good. Thanks, Brock. Um, I really am happy. I know it's not the greatest microphone in the world, but I just like the way it looks. It's retro. Um, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. All the Comica stuff I have, I'm happy with the one that I bought for the phone, which I don't even use. It's good. The one that I have for my GoPro is good. They work good, so and they're reasonable. Hey Nanette, how you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, please subscribe to anybody on here that has a channel anyway. But yeah, and I'll bring up let's bring it up. So basically, uh, hopefully they're going to finish up the concrete. They're going to half the floors, scrape it, paint it, so that they can move over to the right where the big door is, move over to that side tomorrow. And tomorrow I can get in there and start building all the my desk and everything that's going to go in there. Tools, I can move all this. Everything back here is all for going to go in there, and I'll have everything. Like I said, what would be nice is I'll put it in boxes and mark them so that I know what This is all the stuff for the kayak. This is all the fishing stuff. This is the fishing stuff for the kayak. This is for whatever I've got the backup racing stuff here in case this breaks. I got a lot of and you gifted. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And that kid, he's doing. I haven't talked about him a lot. That's the one that I tell you we give the 1,000 baht to every month. The one that had the grandma. The grandmother's still alive and kicking, doing well, and he's actually been supplementing his income. He's taking in the private school there, guitar and music and all that, and he's teaching guitar to other kids. So he's doing really well. And now only the youngest is there. She's 19 now, so she's there by herself, and he's in that same complex. So he kind of keep an eye on her and make sure everything is good. Let's see. So anyway, so that's what I'm hoping that it'll get done. That way I can start putting all the stuff together. Sim is actually going to Thai dance today. She went last night. My wife told me, picked up her friend who I guess spent the night, and then this morning they're going to take my wife's car and go, and their teacher that she knows here in Surin um, wants her or got her a job, got something that they needed her. So I'm imagining she's making money, and it's like a wedding or some kind of a festivity here in Surin. So she'll be dancing. She'll be Thai dancing there today. So tomorrow she can help with that. I've got two big koi coming. I had them hold off on the ones that I have in the quarantine tank are they're looking good. They're looking a lot better. The filter is almost cycling to where it's doing its job. I've got to work on the front pond because what I'm going to do is take all the little fish that are in there, put them in this tank, take the big ones out of here, put them in there along with the two big ones, and then keep the quarantine going on in the front pond, and then try to get these, use this more like a little grow on thing, feed them a lot and see if they grow. Because up front, I don't know. My wife says, "Oh yeah, they get fed." I never see them getting fed. When every time I feed them, they're hungry as hell. Let's see. Brock, what I thought what was, because my eyes were so sharp. What did I miss? I'm still missing some stuff. Anyway, doesn't matter. But so that's the gist. And then, like I said, Ubon, the Centra for 2 nights, which I'll be able to relax. And my wife will have seminar stuff. I'm just going to kick back and do nothing. And then we'll go to the Ubon house for 1 day, 1 night, and come back home. And then after that, then I might take the trailer out for 3 days during the middle of the week, and I can leave it there. I mean, the charge I forget is 100 baht, I think, if I just leave it there and not plugged in, just sitting there. Uh, so I can leave it there for a week and go back. It's only 15 minutes, I think, on the 125 from where at that reservoir. I think Bobby knows. They know more about the reservoir names and all that than I do. I'm a little concerned about the man cave. Why is that? What are you concerned about? That it's going to catch on fire from hazard, or it's going to fall on me? Hopefully, all this stuff that's sitting here will be out tomorrow. If they get that floor done, all this stuff behind me, everything is going into the garage. Actually, and stuff underneath the deal here, so I can actually use this. That's trash, but all the stuff that's in here can just go into storage boxes, and I can actually use this for stuff that I need to store here. And I can actually race. I did want to race the other day, and I didn't feel like digging that all out. Now that the air conditioner's gone, but hopefully tomorrow it'll be done. Find buried beneath it. That's what I thought. Yeah, it's just I had no place to put anything. That's why the garage was one of the builds. And I think what I'm going to do too is I've got some. I think they're maybe 16 inches deep um, racks, 6 foot high or so. And I think I'm going to start putting those down the center of the garage between my area there and where the truck's going to sit, because the truck's going to be over a little bit. I'm going to have a little bit more on that side, and then I can fill those up with stuff, as far as storing stuff. And I've got the ceiling's good and high. If I want to, I can hang some metal from up there or PVC or whatever. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, one of the main things is to get all this crap out there soon. Yeah. It'll actually be. I'm going to go out on a limb before I leave. I think on Thursday, I'm hoping to have the video done of it finished. And like I said, I'm really close on. Just to give you guys, we'll give you guys a little update, because it was 137,500 on the garage, and that was pretty much done. But I forgot because I just had the air conditioner put in. Forgot about the 3,000. So right now it's at, and I don't see any other pricing going into it. 140,500 for the garage itself, and then for the this shouldn't change too, and should be done 95,750 baht for the 6.2 kW solar system. Batteries, uh, having them build that fancy opening up deal, setting the panels, the whole thing under 100. So I'm happy with that, and it looks like the concrete's going to be right around 51,000 um, uh, deal. So I don't know. It sounds like almost free to me, because when you actually think about it, let's say you take let's see, I don't even know what today. So what did I say at 140, 140,500. So let's go and see what gold went up a little bit, 32.7. So actually, a little bit better against the dollar. But so if we have 140,500 divided by what I say 32.7 equals $4,296 US dollars to do that. And originally, without the solar, my budget was taking that 5,000 out of that account that I had in Ubon. Was doing it for 5,000, and I'm what am I 700 dollars under budget. And the solar system, which I think is a gimme, man. I mean, what was that? What did I say it was? 90, 95 something? 95, 750. 95, 750 divided by 32.7. Right at about 3,000, $2,928. So, again, like I'm saying that, and that's going to actually take care of the garage, take care of the 2 bedroom, what mom and dad are going to live in there, take care of this man cave and the pond for zero. I can't see it being, I can't see it being anything. So if I can get this one over here fixed, because originally I thought maybe I'd get a bills for 800, 1,000 baht, 500 baht, you know, and the cheapest one that I think I got was 4,000. And that was, that, like I said, for 14,000. I mean, that 10,000 baht saving isn't nothing to, shoo shoo at, but it should do better. And I don't know if it's where the way the panels are. Do they need to be moved? So I told, because he had talked about wanting to move them. So I can't remember. I think he gave me a price, but I got to put the price together in my head and all that, and probably can't do anything about that until we sell the house and I get my Dave Wants a Harley money back, the million, and put that back in the bank. Then I got another 300 that matures in I think it's January. So, but I'm hoping we sell the house before January. Hopefully, we sell the house soon. After I get done with this, then they're going to go over and finish up and clean up the house, paint it, make it look pretty, and all that. And we'll, I would say put it on the market, but they don't have that option here in Thailand, at least not that I know of. Um, First day, 18 degrees, first day of summer. Ralph, a little chilly, 97 in Austin. Wow, wow. The heat wave. Yeah, I don't know, man. It looks like it's going to be a decent. See, it's overcast as hell. I guarantee you. I got to find out about the Wi-Fi. My wife said that they have a box over there at NT that lets them figure out. So we put one box in the man cave here with my Wi-Fi, and put the other box in the garage, and it'll tell us if it's feasible to put an extender or whatever to get Wi-Fi out there. Once I get that, I have to buy the little deal uh, for the system out there, because right now I've got that same one that I have on the trailer, and the kayak, that little readout that gives me everything. But the program is much more extensive on what am I doing here? On giving information like this program here. Like right now, it's putting out 1,200 watts, but it gives me everything. So I let's see, let me change. What are we at? See, one's putting out 1,200 watts, one's putting out 418 watts, and I guarantee you that one over there right now with that overcast sky at 8:30 in the morning is putting out 4,000 watts. So something we need to do something, because if I can get the same kind of that I'm getting out of these panels out of these, I think my brain from the very beginning, seeing that goose egg electric bill, or 500, 1,000 baht, whatever is feasible. So we'll see. Mm. Yeah, I saw that this morning. I didn't get to comment on it. I probably should have. Maybe I did. Maybe I did comment on it. Hey, Mally, how you doing? Hope everything's going well in the States. But yeah, so I'm really happy with this one. So we'll see. As far as, like I said, the panels were expensive, but they're double sided. The panels were huge. They're putting out what they're cranking. And I got nothing. Like I said, that 200 amp hour battery, and I will be doing tests in the future, like I've been wanting to do for this one, but it just hadn't. It's never been set up right for me to say, okay, let's test it now. This one's ready to go, so that I can find out exactly how many watts the pond is running, using, how many watts the man cave is using, how many watts I'm using during the day in the garage. But from leaving the air conditioner on in here overnight with the lights on, and the pond going full blast all night long, the battery was down at like 50% or so. It wasn't less, 60%, something like that. And within an hour and a half, 2 hours in the morning, by 9 o'clock, battery was already charged up to 100%, and everything was idling back. And that was with the air conditioner on in the garage. So in the garage, um, maybe 20 minutes, once you turn the air conditioner on, to get it to a comfortable 25, 26, with a little fan. I still like the air to move around. So I'm going to buy a fan for in there, and I could probably run that air conditioner up to 27 or 8 and still be comfortable. As long as I'm not sweating, I'm fine. It doesn't have to be, I need a jacket. So, but I want to get it in there because I told you guys I did find the scooter guy. His son had given him a new phone, and he stopped by. Actually, took a dog, so he's got one of the labs, and took the motorcycles, putting the drag pipes on there, the chrome stuff for the handles and mirror, and then it should be pretty much to test. And I'd like to take it if I can find a dry day or two, and get Andrew to go with me to Tat Panome for a night. Because if I'm taking the Shadow, I'd like to have somebody with me. If I'm on the Forza, there's Honda dealerships all over the place. I feel totally don't have to worry. I don't worry at all about anything. But with the Shadow, I don't know. It's a '92, chain driven. But I've ridden chain driven bikes my whole life, so it should be. But I'm hoping that he should be today. He took it last Saturday or Sunday, and he works. So I imagine he's probably going to work on it and get it done Saturday and Sunday, today and tomorrow, and should have it done. And then if he can't dial in the carburetor, brand new carburetor, I ordered jets and stuff for it. So I'll have a place to roll it up in, air conditioner on, sit on my little fat man stool, and tweak the carburetor. I used to be pretty good with carburetors, so with tuning anyway. So we'll see. But I'm hoping he can do it so I don't have to be bothered. Ralph, the lady driving from the snowstorm. Oh, was that it was a lady that was driving the lawnmower or whatever it was? I remember the aircon. Just feels right when aircon and wear my sweats. Yeah, I know. Nothing, me. When I first got here, man, I ran everything down as low as it would go. 18, 19, whatever the bottom where it would boss, 16. And then nothing better than it being, 100 degrees out, 90% humidity, and I'm inside taking a nap, and I've got a blanket, up around my neck, and close my eyes and take an old man nap. But yeah, but now, like I said, man, as long as I'm not sweating, it really doesn't, except for the breathing, man. When it's hot, I don't know if it's my mind or whatever, I just don't feel like I breathe as well when it's cool. And it was that way from when I was in the hospital. I would freak out with that tube down my throat, making grunting sounds because the nurses were cold. So when they'd come over to, bathe me or whatever they were doing, they would shut off the fan. I had a fan, my own personal fan, just for the fat man. Of course, I wasn't fat then, but I lost 40 kilo or whatever it was. But they would forget to turn it on. And it's not like I, had a voice, hey, can you turn the fan on for me? It's like, ooh, and I tap what it was. I would tap my ring on the metal bed frame to make a sound so they could hear it. And then as soon as they heard that and they turned around, they go, oh, okay. And they'd come up and turn it on. But I felt like I can breathe, you know. So it's been that way. So, but as far as now, as long as I'm not sweating and I got air, if the wind's blowing just a little bit, I'm fine. But before, I wanted it down 19. Now I run the bedroom at like 25, something like that. I think I have this one usually when I'm out here during the day at like 28. So I don't know. I guess you get acclimated. 20.555556, that's it at 24 and a fan. Yeah. And that's but like before 19, something like that. And I was still felt like I was hot sleeping at night. But yeah, so that's the plan. I'm going to try to keep it at an hour. We got 15 more minutes. Actually, keep it at an hour. We'll see. But yeah, actually, here, Ron, there's actually part of the year now during my what I consider my Farang fat ass time of the year in Surin is I think November, December, January. You know, we get where we wake up in the morning 11 degrees, but I could actually with a fan. If I have a fan blowing on me, I'm fine. I can sleep at night. And I only started doing that last year, uh, and it was quite comfortable. I was fine. I was fine. I have I've got to just get everything. My biggest thing, just so I'll run it down one more time in case somebody's come in that hasn't. Got on the let me bring it into on the garage, the floor. I'm hoping they're gonna mix the concrete by hand for the sections that they need to complete because I don't think they know that it's gonna rain off and on for the next months and it isn't gonna get done. It's about I think that section's about maybe 15 feet long and 10, 12 feet wide. So we'll see how much they get done today. But his wife and her son are going to come over and I'm hoping scrape the floor, clean the floor, and paint the floor with the epoxy paint on my side. And I'm saying the man door side. And then tomorrow they can do the other side and I can get in and move all this crap behind me and um, start putting everything in there. And I'm hoping I leave on Thursday afternoon for Ubon, the Centra, and um, hopefully I'll have it done and have a video out. So we'll see. Hey, Tip, how you doing? Hope you are well. Thanks, brother. Um, but it and then that's it. And then Thursday night and Friday night, my wife has a seminar there in Ubon. Saturday morning, we'll get up and drive to the Ubon house and spend one night there, and then Sunday come back home. So we'll see. And I got some kind of problem here because I just saw the coming up weak internet. My fiber coming in to here to direct into my deal. This cable's always been short, and I think when I put this monitor in, I think I pulled it out of the wall back over there. But I was hoping I knew I was going to take this computer, put this in the garage. That's that one that I got from my wife's work, that all-in-one Acer, like my new monitor. And like I said, I'm really happy with it so far. It's awesome. Um, but get all that done, then I'll get a video out, and then I guess the next trip that I'll make after that, and I might do a video from the Ubon house, but if it is going to be a 5-minute thing on probably the koi, seeing what the koi look like. But I think I want to take when I get back, take the trailer over to the Surin reservoir, maybe take the kayak and maybe do a little fishing and spend 3-4 days there. And like I said, what I like that is I can keep it there for a week, 2 weeks, whatever I want. And I got the 125. It's 15 minutes or 10, 15 minutes to drive from there to the house here. So I can do whatever I want. Don't have to, stack up on a bunch of food. And I think I'm just going to bring basics. I buy all this food and I go away and I don't eat it all. So just some easy breakfast stuff: scrambled eggs, bring some noodle, and then eat out the rest of the time because I'm right in. So I can go anywhere I want. I can go to the Fat Burger or whatever it is, Flunkies. I keep how come I can't remember that name? But anyway, Tommy should remember. He was the one that told us about it. But and do it that way. That way I don't just water, that Coke Zero, that kind of stuff. Maybe some juice or whatever. Maybe some peanuts or whatever. So if I do that, then I'll probably sit there and ramble inside and out. It'll probably rain, which I enjoy the rain especially in the trailer. I like the sound. It puts me to sleep. So it'll be fun. It'll be a good time, and do some camping video, maybe some cooking stuff if I decide. No, I made clam chowder, which turned out freaking good, man. I made it 2 days ago, and I ate that day, and then I ate last night. I made 2 big bowls of it, and it was good. I made it with the frozen clams, same as one that I use for. I don't even buy linguine anymore. It's spaghetti and clams, and that works out awesome. But I've been eating way too much carbs, man. Way too much. I'm still losing a little bit of weight at a time. Could be that obstetric or whatever it is. Brock will give you the correct pronunciation. Aseptic. I don't know. But get the drone up, fart around, and just relax, not do much. Not that I don't relax when I'm here. I'm in a coma most of the time. Junkies, that's it. Andrew's got it. And then I did buy my mouse took a crap, and my wrists I've got. You can see this one. See this big giant bump? It's like a tumor or something. Been there for a long time, and it just makes my wrist can't really see it. Anyway, on this hand too, and the corporal tunnel or whatever it's called. So I saw this one and I bought it, and it's one of those ones that it's ergonomic or whatever, and it's actually better. I like it, and it wasn't. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can see how much it was. Where it wasn't really expensive. They didn't have it in black. They only had it in this gray. The other ones were back ordered. It was 189 baht, and it came with I'll show you. And it came with this little. Of course, you guys can see me anyway. This little cheap, which I didn't have a mouse pad. Little mouse pad, and for what? What is that? What's 189? Like $6, something like that, for $6. So no, I'm clicking it as I go, and you just hold it in your hand, and so it doesn't. You're not resting on it. I don't know. For the price, I thought it was. Very reasonable. Hey, Paul, how you doing? If you guys aren't subscribed, please do. But so that's the other stuff. I just can't stop buying crap, and I got to stop buying. I mean, every time I go on, that Temu, the devil sent that little that little place to me. I bought all the fishing stuff, all these fishing poles. I went crazy with the kayak, and now just as much with all the tools and all that. But I've got pretty much everything I need. I think I'm on a router. Um, I've got one sander. I'd like to get a little orbital um, one for the pneumatic for the air compressor, and because I might do some. I'm not really good with wood. I'm okay with finishing wood, Like I used to do those Singer sewing machines. I would find them cheap, bring them to the house, strip them down, refinish them, do everything, and make them like a little, they worked or whatever, but with the foot pedal deals, but mainly for, ornamental, I don't know what you would say, put in your living room. And I'd like to get one for here, even though there's no room to put it in the house. I'll put it in the garage. Do one of those, do some little simple stuff. I was never patient with the wood stuff, but I do enjoy finishing and lacquer and sand. I do like I enjoy that, but we'll see. But for the most part, got the air compressor. I'm really liking this wheel deal, which you'll see, which like in most service bays and stuff, they've got those round retractable airlines. I bought one of those. I think it's 30 feet. So, I mean, it'll go from the back of the garage 10 feet out past the garage. So if I wanted to roll up something and I could air up tires and stuff like that. But what I figured from now on, I'm trying to, make sure that I don't look at Lasada and Temu or whatever it is. But each month when I'm going to stick with the 25,000 budget, I think, and use that for my traveling and for everything that I do. Uh, and then like 5,000 of that each month, I'll buy little specialty tools that I'll want, a file set, whatever I need left. Once I get out there, get everything set up, I'll know what other stuff I want to get. I've got hammer drill, all those, and they're all interchangeable, 18 volt and or 18 amp hour and 12 amp hour batteries, and I have like eight of those, or no, two, four, six or eight of those batteries, and they'll power the same battery goes in the hammer drills, goes into the regular drill, goes into the impact wrench, goes into the cutoff saw, goes into the sawzall. They're all interchangeable, which I thought was that's what I wanted to do. I've been in the past. Usually we had Makita was the biggest deal until what are the guys? Most of the tin knockers, uh, back in the day, Makita when they first came out, that was the ones to have. Now I even noticed these guys here are still using the real Makitas. The guy that came to do the air conditioner, nice aluminum box deal, same one that the Solar Man has, and they must be really good. But these I'm going to try. We'll see how they work out. And I got the same DE whatever. It's the Lasada brand. They have three. Do a yellow one, which is the one I got, which is that D, an orange one, which is the same as that toolbox back there, uh, and a bluish one that they're all three the same. So if you look on there and you look the same compressor, all three the same price, all three the same exact deal, with a different sticker on them. So we'll see how they work. And the welder's the same, and we'll see. You guys will see it all when I do the video. It looks exactly like the DeWalt, but it's just it's there. I forget. Let's see. Do you have anything? No, it looks like I moved most of that stuff out already. I just wanted to get the name off of it. Most of the stuff's in the bedroom, but there's Ryobi battery stuff here. It's pretty good. Yeah, there's a, you know, I bought a DeWalt. That's the one that I have for the trailer, the impact up and down, but it's a knockoff. Definitely not a DeWalt. It works fine. No big problem. But this one here, this Intertech, that's the orange one. And God, I wish I had. Well, maybe I do. Do I have something here? Yeah. What do I have here? Sander, I think. It's this name right there. Deltron. And this is an electric one that I bought. It's cheap, and now I want to get a round 5-inch pneumatic, same brand, is 600 baht, $15. Comes with a little hose, comes with a bag, that it can go into. Keep a lot of the stuff because I'm the air conditioner and stuff. I'm kind of curious to see how long that's going to last in that dusty condition, and then also I still got to wait on this. I wanted the guy to come in and put solid panels in the door. The solar man, who was the guy that got me he was an old guy, and I wouldn't even have minded if he told me, that's a little bit of work, can I get a little extra money? I would have said okay, but he said that on what I'm talking about is the they're here. Well, anyway, the holes in the in the in the door, and I think it was Tommy that asked me and said, were you planning on those holes?" No, I sure wasn't, Tommy. But well, so it looks like they're now he's looking like he's going to try to make something that'll. And I don't really care as long as the water don't get in. I don't give a shit. And a lot of it probably has to do with, like I said, that somebody else had said something about that too. The way that cover for the trailer, it comes back. It's going to dump all that water right in front of that door. So if I put a gutter on there, that'll help keep it out of there. So we'll have to see. But I'll let him see what he's going to do. But I'm wondering if they're. We'll have to see. Anyway, so they're here, which is good. See, like I said, if they come with the one guy, he's here at 8 o'clock, and it's almost 9 now. But I don't know how long they've been here. They could have been here for a half hour for me just sitting here rambling. Excuse me. I thought he was in here with me, but I guess he never came back. He's probably up in the front running around. I told my wife, you better have those girls fixed or whatever, because we're going to take 4 of the puppies. We got 4 puppies left, and we're going to take 4 of them to Ubon. Now, we're not going to take it now. I told my wife we'll take another trip the weekend after, I guess maybe just an overnight deal, a Saturday, and come back. My uncle, he was in love with Bear, and he really liked that. He lost a couple of Soey dogs. So we're going to put them in the Ubon house. That's going to be their domain. So we're going to do that. But I told him, if he gets them pregnant again, what are you going to do with another 15 puppies or something? So, I mean, she did well. She made quite a bit of money, off of selling the 10, 12 of 10 of them, I guess. 10, 9 or 10 of them. So we'll see. Yeah, I think if he puts something, like I said, worst case scenario, he just digs, just puts in a grate. I've got him down the side of the house for my runoff. It's just a grate, little concrete box of water, 6-inch or a 4-inch pipe out. It's only got to be this long out to the side, and then I won't have to worry about it. But I'll let him come up with his ingenious plan first. I'll leave this up now with me on there. Can you guys still see me? Yeah, you can still see. We'll see what they're going to do. I think hopefully they're going to clean that one side and paint the floor. But we'll have to see. Have those girls. Oh my younger days. What am I missing? But yeah, so I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that I can get them, even if they're going to start and do that concrete by hand or whatever. That's fine, but maybe they can, quickly break loose, 2 people. I don't know if his wife's here or not. I didn't see her. And get that half of the garage painted. Even if they can't do the other half tomorrow, that's fine, as long as I can get into that side and set all the stuff that I want. Get all this stuff out of here. Start putting the racks together. And what's nice about it is, once I get that done, well, right now I can go and roll that door down, close that man door, and have it 25 degrees in there in 15, 20 minutes. And it's not, I don't know. People say, well, how much is that? And what's the payback? And, I don't know, and I don't care. We could figure it out if it helps you out. Anybody that's asking that. But It's you sit in there and you're watching the thing, and the batteries are 100%, and things putting out 6,000 watts, and the pond's running full blast. I leave the air conditioning on and stuff in the man cave here, and I'm sitting in the garage over there with that air conditioner on, and I'm still over. I've still got 2,000 watts plus in reserve. So that's why I'm saying I know I'm going to have no problem uh, with a zero usage there, even with the 2 bedroom house that we're going to build for mom and dad. And when I say 2 bedroom, Thai style square box, a 1 bathroom, 2 little bedrooms, a little living room, a kitchen, and then an outdoor Thai kitchen. And we're hoping to do that for $500,000. So that'll be the next one, and that's going to be from the money that my wife gets from the sale of the house. Put my money back in the bank to have $500,000 there, plus to do some fencing, build the house, and it's not. It has nothing to do with. In case some people, oh, why you can't stand your mother and father-in-law, or what's the deal? I think do occasionally I prefer just that to be just me and my wife, but it isn't like a big deal, you know. They're just great people. My mother-in-law is the one that makes me breakfast every morning, and waters everything, and the laundry, and cleans the dog shit, and everything. So, hey Jack, how you doing? But it, I think they want to have their own little place, which would be cool. So and they love to grow shit, so they'll be able to be right there. They'll have the mushroom farm. They'll have, once the house is put in, then we can designate, because there's going to be quite a big area between the front of the house, or the front of the property, to the house. So they'll have more room to do whatever they want to, as long as my driveway's clear. And we got, like I said, we'll put a nice fence to match ours in the front. The rest of it's going to be, I'll probably talk to Kenny. He wants to come and check out the end of this month solar thing, but also he's putting up fencing right now, and I want a cheap deal to put. How he's going to do. I think he's just doing it with some kind of wire or something. He briefly touched on it the last one that I watched, or he might have touched on it more. I just didn't watch the whole thing, but he hasn't gotten that far yet, or maybe he has. He runs about a week behind or more, but something for the rest of the property, because all my wife wants for that point is just to keep the dogs in, so the dogs can run. We'll open up between our property and there, and the dogs can have a run of everything. They'll be in heaven. So that's the plan. Hopefully we can do that. I just don't. The biggest problem that we have now is don't really have any kind of idea what the property's worth, the house. We're thinking between 1.5 and 2 million baht, but it seems like it's coming closer to the 1.5. Is that a big problem? Not really, except that I'll probably have to maybe pitch in a little bit of money, because if we have $500,000 just to build the house, that doesn't leave us anything for the gate and for the fencing and all that kind of stuff. But if we get 1.7, 1.8, then it should be okay. But like I said, it's not like what I'm used to. Well, just comp the neighborhood. We'll see what the houses go for. I don't think they have that here, or at least they haven't told me. um, let's see, what did I miss? Yes, I deserve things. Build a house for family. Just thanks for taking care of all these. Yeah, they. I think that my mother-in-law would like to have. Like I said, she feels, because I get, I'm a farang, I'm an idiot sometimes, and I get upset, when I try to go in there and cook something. I built that kitchen for me, and I built an outside Thai kitchen basically for them, and they don't use it. They use my kitchen. So whenever I want to go to get something, it got moved, and she doesn't speak English, so she gets frustrated. And then I feel bad because my wife said, You scared her. I said, what am I going to do? So I got to really calm down, and that's what I'm trying to do now. It'll be good all around for my lengthening my life, lowering my blood pressure, so, and it really doesn't, it isn't really that big a deal. But I mean, I'm sure she'd like to have her, she probably thinks the same way. Why did Dave move this and that? And I can't find, so if she has her own kitchen, she'll have two. I'll build a little kitchen inside and build an outside Thai kitchen along the side of the house and enough room to pull the truck in so that if it's raining, they can drive the truck in, bringing groceries or whatever. So it'll be like I'm sure they'll enjoy that. My mother-in-law will probably be in our house most of the time anyway. But since the kids are only here a couple of months a year, well, now Sim will be here continuously. But it would be nice to have that room that they have inside as a guest room. Put a couple of beds in there. People come by, want to crash out. Don't have to go and spend the money for the hotel. It'll be nice for both ways, and we're right there. I mean, so it's not like they're moving somewhere. So, Dave, is the roof of the garage open right now? The roof? What do you mean? Hold on, let me. The top roof? No. And it didn't when we had that big downpour here 2 nights ago, and it came down really good. That's when it flooded the bottom, but there was nothing from the ceiling, nothing from the walls, nothing from anything. So I was really happy to see that. And I wish I could have been in there because I put the best insulation in the world in that roof? No, but it should deaden the sound of the rain. Not that that's a big deal either. Oh, there's Bear. Let me see. Come on, boy. What? You want your celebrity? You a celebrity? Oh, show everybody how. Show everybody how smart you are. Let's. Okay. You want to shake? Good boy. Want to shake this one? Good boy. You're a good boy. Okay. Go lay down. So anyway, he is a good boy. But yeah, I don't. What's that other little? I think it's the stuff. It's like depth perception. I think it's the actual house behind us. It's like it does. It's weird. It's weird the way that it picks it up. Let's see. That looks like his what? No, is that? That's the kid, I think. Not the goal. Well, I'm going to go in. What did I say? I was only going to go an hour. It's an hour and 15 minutes. Yeah, I do. I am really. Uh, I you know I screw myself sometimes, and I feel bad. In fact, I was just telling my wife about that. I get so aggravated sometimes over the stupidest shit that don't really. Obviously, they matter to me, or I wouldn't be getting upset. But it's just stupid crap. I don't like stupid people. It drives me insane. So that not sloping, making sure that they were sloping away from the garage, aggravated me. Um, Not getting the concrete finished the way that I wanted. And when things don't go my way, I go nuts, and I shouldn't. Not everything in this world does that. I like to think the whole world revolves around me, but it doesn't. But I told my wife once in a while. I mean, you're going to get in spats and arguments, and I try to make sure I bite my tongue and think about what I'm saying before that crap comes out my pie hole. And I've been getting better at it, but not as good as I want to be because the woman deserves better than me, and she got stuck with me. uh, hey, I got some news for you. I got to read off from you. Venison, summer sauce, cold beer. Sorry, I was late. You know what? I've got a little bobber that I want to get, but it's a 400. Now listen to this, man. I wrote it all down. Okay. Now, from a 400 to a 750, 33 horsepower at 7,500 RPM, and the 750 is 45 at 5,500. So it's got more horsepower, obviously. Front tires are 17 on both. The rear tires are 15 on both. Dry weight is 496 pounds on the 400 and 504 pounds, like 8 pounds difference to the 750. The seat height is 26.6 on the 400 and 27.6 on the 750. So 1 inch. The overall length is an inch difference, 42.7 to 43.7. Okay. The length, or that's the, or is that overall? Because it's got a length at 96.5, 96.7 with 36.4 to 38.6. So it's 2 inches wider. The wheelbase, 63.8. This is what I thought was a little bit weird. 63.8 on the 400, 63.6 on the 750. And they both hold 3.7 liters of or whatever, gallons or something of gas. So size wise, I think it's the same size as that. It looks like it's damn near the same size as that one. And I've got a little bobber deal that I'm looking at. My wife's going to go ape shit, but it's over by Udon, and it is 46,000 baht. But those 400s run between 40 and 80, and you can get whatever you want if you want a bobber. I wanted a little bobber just to run around. I think I like that look. So anyway, hopefully you heard all that and you didn't go to the bathroom while I was reading all that. But I like that price, And like I said, it's I'll see if I can bring it up. I mean, you guys don't care, right? There's 15 of you there. Are you guys going to go away if I let me see if I bring? Oh, it's already up. Okay, let me see how I do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to stop this and stop screen, present, share screen. Come on, marketplace. It's a 2001. I like the wheels, although they might be shittier looking, but I'm sure that they would polish out. They're those double spoked deal. I like that. I like the look. He even sent me a video of it running. And I mean, for what is it at? What was the price? 48,000 baht. I don't know. I think it needs some work, but it'll take the lower legs, maybe redo something on that. I would clean it up, and that would be a good project to roll into the garage. I don't know if that's pitted on the chrome, but I might black it out like they did the fake oil tank or whatever's there. But yeah, I'd like to drive one, but 40 horsepower. I mean, I think it would be. I hope you guys can see that. Oh, okay, you are. I think would be a good little bike. For I don't even know what that is. What is 48? I probably should know that before I tell my wife. 4,900. 4,900 divided by what I say, 32.7. 1,500 bucks. I mean, I don't know, and it's it's within an inch difference in I don't know, because I thought, like I said, what I was afraid of, Aaron, was me getting on it and feel like I'm on a tricycle, look like I'm on a tricycle. I look, anything that I get on, I'm going to make the thing look small, but yeah, it's damn near the same size. Now I don't know what the tire sizes are on this one. Looks like they changed it. I know they changed it on the because it's a 19 on the front, and same as my Dyna. Sits the exact same way, same size, same everything, except of course horsepower and weight. But he's got it. Hopefully, I'll get it back within a few days. If I do, I'll do a video on it for the people that are interested in that. But yeah, yeah, yeah. For $1,500, I mean, shit. Yeah, I do have my wife. Yeah, she can't say that. She can't pull that anymore. After we bought the property, she can't say we don't have any room. We don't have any room. Yeah, I heard to see what it feels like. Is I Sally Bummer? Um, but yeah, but it had. He sent me a little video of it. It's just straight pipes, pop, 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 and but for that price, for 1,500, I mean, that'd be a good little project bike for me to fart around with and learn something about these water cooled V twins, because the motors all look like they're pretty much the same, obviously the same style, same thing. So fit a car. I'd like to. Well, you put the Forza on a. I should, Tommy. I still haven't charged. I was threatening to do it yesterday, but I wanted to do that. In fact, Andrew's here. Are you up for taking a ride that way? If we get a couple of days that don't no rain, if I get that shadow taken, it's about a 5.5 hour ride to Tatpanum. Yeah, I mean, what are you going to get for? I mean, I think so. Now I've seen the same things that probably were better, chrome and better built. I don't know. They look a little bit better, but not much. We're double, you know, 79, 80,000. So, I mean, I could do a hell of a lot to that bike for another 1,500. I don't think I need to. It's little shit that I could do, you know. Um, so it might be fun, but I don't know. I thought the size wise, is I think it's going to have plenty of power, and that's without doing anything. I mean, it has to increase a little bit of power. You should be able to do with just the carburetor and exhaust, to gain 4 or 5 more horsepower. I'm sure that there's some stuff that you don't have to get crazy and still pick up enough to feel comfortable. Like the what did I say it was? It's 33 and the 750 is 45. Of course, it's 33 at 7,500 RPM. But to pick up 7 horsepower somewhere, 40 horsepower, maybe 65, I think would be plenty. Like I said, that 750 at 45 and 5,500, I got no complaints. 45 cubic inches, it's fine. What am I going to do? I just want to cruise. If I can cruise at 100, I'm fine. And if I got throttle there, which you got plenty, way more than my Forza, because I can cruise all day on the Forza at 120, 130. So I don't know, but I'll never get rid of that. You can handle right to. You want to do Bury Ram first? Okay, I'm game. We'll do Bury Ram. You want to spend the night or just go there and eat a burger or something and come back? I'm game. Get you up. I was just telling somebody about your bike. Um, Somebody else was doing it. Yeah, it's got it. It's got the book. He's got. Let's see, where was I at? I think you can see it right here. I think it's got the plate on it. Yeah, see the plate. And I think it was right by Udon. If he still has it, I got to find out. But like I said, what is that? And the 48 was what his asking price. The guy, I don't know if it'll probably go. He'll sell it. I mean, it's definitely got time. Now, I would definitely take that Harley Davidson. I hate when people put Harley Davidson on, try to make a Honda look like, it's so I have the tank redone, and maybe I'll have something put on the little Sportster tank. But I think the Sportster tank looks fine. Let's see, where am I at? The shocks look okay. Probably be cleaned up. Some of that sheet, the Wiring, I'm sure, needs to be cleaned up. The pipes look fine the way that they're wrapped. A lot of little rust and stuff that could be cleaned up very easily. Um, I'm sure the cooling system's fine. See, I don't know enough about them, but the seat looks okay. You know, I could put my fat ass in that, no problem. But if I end up getting one next time you come, you'll have something to try. But yeah, you can't see it really. They don't. He doesn't really take a clear picture of the tank, but you can see it. It's on there. Where? Yeah, but he did give. I wonder if I can. No, I don't. Still available. Okay. He wrote me back because I asked him. Let's see. Let's see if this comes up. If you can, or you might be able to hear it. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can change to that. What is this called? Let me see what you guys are. Oh, you are seeing it. Okay. Hold on. Let me go back. So I think it says Harley Davidson. Even the wiring doesn't look horrible. You know, might go with maybe a different set of bars. I don't know how it fits. Tire looks worn, at least on the center. But again, yeah, Harley Davidson, I think. But I don't know, man. I don't think you could beat anything like that for $1,500. What's they get for the Rebel? Yeah, I don't know. What do they get? They got the small Rebels are probably in that price range, or 60 or something, and the 500s are, um, I want to say closer to 100. I don't know. I could be wrong. That's what Joe has, I think. But see, like, I don't know. I don't know. What do they have on those Rebels? Are they chain driven or belt driven? I don't even know. Sound like it's running on two cylinders. Could be right, bro. But yeah, I don't know. You know, it's something to fart around with. Of course, my wife won't see it that way. But we'll see. We'll see what I come up with. It sounds like the guy is interested in selling it, so he probably take less. But I think on this one, I'm going to, or when whatever another one that I get, I'm going to go and pick it up, or and ride it. Now the stuff on this shadow here, I told you the paperwork was a little bit messed up, and they ended up registering it still in the guy's name, but it is registered and blah blah blah. Found out that there's somebody that's trying to help my wife get all that paperwork straightened out, which would be freaking awesome. Because I really like the bike, man. I'm really, but like I said, I say on the pricier side, but they're above 100, and I bet you I can go on Marketplace right now, and there won't be any 750s on there. There'll be a whole crap load of 400s. I mean, 20, 30, 40, and I'm not just talking about bobbers, because there was a couple of um, look just like my bike, but was a 400. I can't remember how much that one was. You guys probably can see that too. Let me see if I pull it up. Let me go to Marketplace. Uh, I think I put bobbers. Yeah. Can you guys see that? Let's see. Maybe if I did it like this. See that one right in the left that says, I think it says 85. Let me, what was I doing? Let me go here. Let's see. 85, it's a 2000, but pretty much basically the same as mine. And like I said, they're within inches of each other. And it's a 400, um, driven 10,000 kilometers. I don't know if I believe that. Let's see what else they say. Yeah, it won't translate it. but it's a 400. So I mean, I don't know. I like this style too. Very similar to what I've got, and it's definitely chain driven. But if you go in here and let's see, here's another one, 79. It's got a Springer on it, and this is I think it's a 400 also. Yeah, a 98 400. Kind of a cool looking deal. Depends, like I said, how much how much money you want. Obviously, this guy's got a little bit more money in this uh, in this bike. I like that. What was it? How much was it? 79, 80. That one, that's out of the question. Here's a 96. This is a Steed, and it's a 465. Now, I didn't check see, this is kind of an interesting deal here, too. He's only got two pictures of it. That's it. But that's interesting. Now, on the Steeds, what is this, like a soft tail? Somebody that knows more about Hondas than me. I think it's a soft tail. Triumphs, there's a Harley, an Indian, 419, 2014, Yamaha. There's one. Well, that Rebel, they don't, that one's 19. I don't think it said how much. Triumph, Sportster. But if I was to put, like here, I'll go up here and I'll put in, let's see, what do I put in? Come on. Honda. Nope, spelled that wrong. Oh, 750. And let's see if it comes up with anything. Am I boring anybody yet? Suzuki, there's a 2006. What size is this one? This one might be 1100. Shadow, 400. So that's a 400 that they want 150. That's a little out of the question. Here's a Yamaha. Now, I don't know what a drag star is, but it's shaft driven. Drag star 1100. Kawasaki Vulcan 129. Yamaha 1300. 1100cc. 195, a Steed Harley style. What is this one? Here's the one that I was looking at before. This is the one the guy wanted the 89 for. Kind of very similar to that one, big fat tire in front. Obviously, brand new rebuilt motor, more into it, but double the price, you know. But a nice looking bike, if that's what you want, you know, bobber. But see what I'm saying? No 750s, man. No 750s. Here's a 91. Mine's a 92. Let's see if it. Oh, it's an 1100. So there's an 1100, and they want interesting bike. Ape hangers, and it is what did I say it was? A 91, 130,000. There's a 17 Rebel, the small one, the 300 or 350 for 68. Triumph. Here's a funky looking one that doesn't quite, not my kind of style, but you know, it's somebody's. Price is right, 40. Sportster, yeah, and that's it. So I'll get off this because I probably drove everybody away. Not that I really matters, but yeah, that's marketplace. I'd have to put training wheels on. So anyway, I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, I'd like to ride one. Uh, motorcycle porn. Yeah, exactly. Let's see what. Let's see if I can. I just want to check and see what those guys are doing. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Looks like they're working on the concrete, but I don't know what they're doing. I want to go outside there too. So I think what I'm going to do is end this live stream. Um, I'll do one on Wednesday because we're not going to leave until Thursday, so I should have plenty of time to get that work that into the schedule. Um, what else? I guess that's it. So if you didn't hear, go back and look. But basically, hoping to get the garage done by the Thursday. That was what I'm hoping for. Definitely by the time I get back from Ubon, I'll try to put a video out. I'll have the breakdown on there. But I gave a little one if you want to go searching earlier. It was about 140,000 for the garage, 95,000 for the solar, and about 51,000 for the concrete airstrip on there. So I think we worked it out. It was like under 5,000 to build the building. So I did meet my budget on the building part of it, and had a little bit, not much, $700, I think. But that's cool, you know. But now I'll be looking on buy something. Yeah, you're probably right, Ron. But anyway, hopefully get that done. We're gonna go to Ubon, stay at the center for a couple of nights, stay at the Ubon house for one night, and come back on Sunday. Leave Thursday. So hopefully get done with all this stuff. So anyway, I've got to do this differently now because I'm a cheap bastard. I'm not paying for the high dollar high dollar stuff. So I got to start the outro and then do it. So anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I'll try to keep you updated on the stuff that, like I said, even if they do get a good jump and do over the next couple of days, I should have something on Wednesday to at least show the people that come to the live streams. So anyway, have a great morning, afternoon, or evening, and I will catch you on the next one.